If you want the most flavorful pinto beans that will have your whole house smelling amazing, then this recipe is it. Let's make these Southern style pinto beans. Hi, it's Tanya from My Forking Life, and let's get to the recipe. So these are the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. It's not that much. This is why I love making them. You want to make sure you've got some pinto beans. We're going to pick over these just to make sure that there's no little rocks or debris in them. Got some smoked turkey. I usually use a smoked turkey leg, but I got some really big smoked turkey wings, so I'm going to use those. And our seasonings, I'm going to use garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper. I use that in about every recipe. It's delicious. And some bay leaves. We're also going to use some chicken broth and water. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to pick over these beans, and you really want to, I swear every time I'm recording a video, we find a rock. There is a rock in my beans, and this is why we must remember to pick over them. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to continue to look over these beans carefully just to make sure we don't get any rocks. I also like to throw away any broken beans, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with this bag of beans. It's normal. These come from the earth. Boom. All right. I can't believe I found a rock in my beans. Get in. Rinse, 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 rinse. Rinse them out. So I have rinsed my beans, and I am not going to soak these. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet that goes back and forth with whether you should soak it or not. And after spending way too much reading about it, for me, it just depends. But today, I'm not going to soak them. I'm just going to cook them longer until they soften. All right, let's go ahead and get ready to cook this on the stovetop. I'm going to just add everything to one pot. And throw those beans in there. Okay, so I've got some turkey wings. I usually use a turkey leg, but they didn't have any at the store. And this is a huge wing. Drumette? Yeah, it's the drumette. The drum. All right. So this is a really big turkey wing drumette, about the same size as a turkey leg. So I'm going to just use this in the recipe. Boom. I'm also going to add in some chicken broth. This is a low sodium chicken broth because that is going to be salty and I don't want it to be too salty. I'm also going to add some water to dilute that out. That's too big. Oh gosh, it smells like onion powder. It is onion powder. And then I'm just going to add some dry seasoning. Oh, we're going to add a lot of onion powder, and this is basically going to skip the steps of cutting any vegetables or anything like that because, I don't know, we just want to make it chill and easy. I'm going to add some garlic powder, a lot of that, not as much as the onion powder. I'm adding 2 teaspoons. And some black pepper. I'm going to do about a teaspoon. If you want it super peppery, you can add some more. And bay leaves for flavor. Always use more than one. Use 2 or as many as you please. But I'm going to use 3 today. I'm feeling risky. Okay. I'm going to cook these beans over medium-high heat to bring it to a quick boil, and then I'm going to reduce that heat and let it cook and simmer away until it's tender. All right, let me go ahead and turn this up. I like to cover my pot initially just to speed up that boil. I didn't ask you anything. All right, I'll be back. Hey, I'm back, and it has been some time, and I'm going to check on these beans. Don't fall. Ooh, something heavy. All right. You can see our beans have been simmering away. I don't know if you can notice, but that liquid there is starting to thicken up. And let me see what this turkey meat is doing. Look at that. Succulent. You can break it off that bone. That's what you want. Now, usually I would take it out the pot and shred it, but it's so tender that I can just easily kind of just get that meat off of there. Woo! Yes. I think there's even more meat on there. So I'm gonna kind of just keep doing this. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this bone so I can play around with these beans. And one thing I love about beans is that they're so easy to cook, and you pretty much just cook them until they soften. So a great way to check: pick up a bean, put it in your hand, and squeeze it. If it does like that easily, it's ready. So right now I'm going to get rid of those bay leaves that I added. I only see one right now, but I know I added 3, so I'm gonna make sure I find all 3. Oh, there goes 2 stuck together. All right, bet. And with pinto beans, I'm gonna mash some of these in the pot. That's gonna help it stay nice. It's gonna help kind of like thicken that gravy. So I'm just gonna mash it on the side. I don't wanna mash all of them, just enough. And I'm still gonna separate some of that meat. Pro tip, if you don't have hours to do this, you can totally do this in a pressure cooker as well, or a slow cooker. Sometimes I just like to do things just the traditional way. I don't know, it's just something about it. Look at that. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so I have since removed some of the skin pieces from that turkey leg, and all we have is this meat, turkey meat, going through the beans, and they are nice and creamy and delicious. So I'm just gonna pick that up. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I've also got some rice. Just gonna pour this over my rice. And this, you can serve this with a side of greens. You can serve it as is. Beans are so good for you. Oh my gosh. But I'm also gonna get a piece of cornbread or cornbread muffin. I'm hungry. Top it with some hot sauce. Oh, look. A cornbread muffin fell out the sky. Oh, goodness. That's so silly. All right, so here is my plate of pinto beans and rice. It looks delicious. Just grab some of that. This is good as is. You can always add more salt. You can add some hot sauce, but this is how I like it. Just like this. Oh my gosh, so good. All right, I feel like I need to keep eating. All right, until the next time, y'all. Happy cooking and enjoy your week. See you later. Bye. Ha ha ha. Over top. Okay.